Hello everyone, this is Aimsell, back at it again with another Arcane Odyssey video, and yes, as you might have already noticed, I have been away for quite a long time. The last Arcane Odyssey video uploaded was about 4 months ago, and that was on a Warlock build that I made. Times do change, I've been quite busy with exams recently, but you know, everything's going pretty well, and now I do have some time to make some content on Arcane Odyssey and get back into the community and game as a whole. You know, especially now with the Nimbus C update nearing closer by the month. Hopefully it's going to be out sometime this year, you know, presumably mid this year sometime. I'm actually not entirely sure when it's going to come out, but I do know it's definitely going to be out sometime this year, pretty soon. So yeah, I thought what a better way to get back into the flow of things, making videos and content and engaging with the community than make a build video. And I was like, okay, so far I've made a Conjurer build video talking about the best Conjurer magics and the build that I use, and then after that I did a Warlock video, you know, explaining basically the same thing, and I was like, okay, let's do a Mage video now. And depending on how I feel, I'll probably do a Warlord video at some point, just explaining stuff about Warlord and possibly builds other than that, such as like Warrior or Savant or something like that. But before we continue, a like and sub would be greatly appreciated, as I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers sometime this year. That would be an amazing milestone, and I want to thank everyone for their support. So yeah, let's get started onto the video. So first thing we're going to be talking about is what is the best Mage magics to use right now. And honestly, it depends who you ask, but almost everyone you ask about this kind of topic will definitely say something like Shadow, or maybe Snow, with secondary magic being something like Ice, Wind, or Water, and maybe Light Mage, or just anything fast in general. And yes, those are all basically the best magics right now in Arcane Odyssey. Me personally, I would definitely say Snow Water, because there's a bug right now with its lance, apparently. I've not tested this myself, but there's a bug surrounding Snow Water Mage right now that basically makes it way too broken beyond what it's supposed to be. Not even including the bug, it has a 15% synergy between the two magics. It gets stun with like freeze, and Snow actually hits pretty damn hard, and Water is, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff about that, as in makes it really damn good to use. Also annoying depending on who you ask, so definitely the best magics would be something like Shadow, or Snow Mage, or Wind Mage, or Light Mage, or Lightning Mage, or just any fast mage in general will be pretty good. Although I do have a sneaking suspicion that everyone will unanimously agree that Shadow Mage is annoying and really fucked. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Shadow Mage, I made a Shadow Mage right here, and I'm using Glasses Secondary. And the reason being, honestly, secondary magic for Shadow just really doesn't matter. So yeah, those are basically the best magics for Mage, and now onto the build. So considering the current best builds that you can really make for Mage, or any build in general, would be like really high attack speed, the builds I'm about to show you will definitely annoy 99.9% of opponents that you play against. So as you can see right here, I have 84 power, 724 defense, and 304 attack speed with 1 insanity. And the armor that I use to achieve these kind of stats, as you can see right here, is a Blasted Brisk Glass Arc Sphere. Shout out to Magma. At the time, I didn't even have this kind of Arc Sphere, and I really couldn't be bothered getting it myself, so I just asked him, and I was like, here you go. So props to him. This gives me 33 power and 54 attack speed. If we move on over to the Armored Sunken Warrior chest piece, this gives me 6 power, 54 attack speed, and 312 defense. Here we have a Brisk Sunken Warrior helmet, which gives 6 power, 80 attack speed, and 153 defense. And then here we have the Brisk Sunken Warrior leggings with 6 power, 80 attack speed, and 153 defense. And at the bottom here we have an Atlantean Powerful Ravenna Apostle Pauldrons, which gives 33 power, 36 attack speed, 106 defense, but it also gives 1 insanity. And rightfully so, because those stats are pretty damn impressive for one piece of armor. So yeah, all in all, this all gives me these stats. And about the gems, I'm just using all perfect energy Candelaria gems, just to give me that, you know, amount of speed that I have right here, because 304 attack speed is no easy amount to reach, even though the most amount of attack speed that you can get right now is in the 500s. It's a lot higher, 304 will still definitely require, you know, some kind of speed gems, particularly Candelera or like Lapis Lazuli or something like that. And now we're going to move on to the magics that I use, and you can already see I'm using Shadow and Glass, but if you want to know the details and specifically like what magic shapes I use or like what kind of leap I use or something like that, I'm going to explain that to you right now. So, see, for Glass magic, the main reason why I chose Glass was basically no reason. Shadow doesn't really have any synergies, but if you really wanted to optimize your build, specifically for Shadow, then the best secondary magic would be something that does damage over time. Something like Poison, or Acid, or, you know, something that just Fire, even. Something that just does damage over time, and Glass does exactly that with the little glass shards that drops on the ground. I don't know how practical it is, but yeah, I just chose Glass because it's cool. Glass magic. Yeah. So, in terms of, by the way, just to quickly show you, in Glass magic, I really don't even have anything. I don't even use it. So, yeah. In terms of magic right here, I have my Shadow Fist, which is the blast. I use the fist shape, and shape doesn't really matter, although different people will say they do. Honestly, it's completely up to you. Fist here gives 20% speed with -10 damage, but you know I'm a Shadow Mage that has pretty high base damage and I got 84 power, so I can sacrifice a bit of damage for extra speed. And yeah, you can basically choose whatever you want, but I went for Fist. Some people use X Slash, Vertical Slash, Phoenix, Drill, you know, they're all really good. But personally, I just like Fist, so I just have my Shadow Snare here, which I forget I have quite a lot when I'm PvPing, it's quite annoying. And here I have Shadow Leap, and I have it set to 2 uses, with Stomp as its casting style, doesn't really matter. The uses, I would, honestly, you can use whatever you want. I used to use 1, sorry, but I found 2 to be a bit more practical in most situations. So yeah, it's completely up to you, but that's basically what I use. And for beam, I actually use double beam instead of single beam. And a lot of people will be like, why using double beam? It's startup, you know, blah 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 blah. It's not good. Well, think about it. 304 attack speed on Shadow Mage, which has high base speed by itself. You're gonna have no startup, and there really isn't a difference between single beam and double beam in terms of startup. You really can't tell a difference. But the main difference is the fact that double beam does so much more damage than single beam. So yeah, I just use double beam because more damage. And in terms of aura, I use resistance aura right here. You can use speed aura or power aura, it doesn't really matter. But I like resistance so I can get that extra HP boost. I actually, when I activate aura right here, I get 2073 HP. So yes, I basically become a shadow tank that deals tons of damage with insane attack speed. Very annoying build indeed. So yeah, that's my aura. I use Shadow Javelin with 2 duration. You can use whatever you want. But definitely the best Lance, Javelin shape, sorry, is Lance. And for Pulsar, here's my settings. I don't really play around with this too much, nor do I even know what this even means. Someone just told me that this was good, so I just used them. And I have this Ultimate Art Shadow Drill, which is quite good to use as a sort of surprise factor in 1v1s, because this does a lot of damage. I think this does like 322 damage, I think. So yeah, literally jump scare them. They're like, whoa, where the fuck did that damage come from? Kinda looking thing. So yeah, that is my magic and build in a nutshell, and I got some PvP clips coming up for you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video.